One of the things that is remarkable about people who sell technology, and let's think of that as beyond just the SaaS applications, but certainly technology sales, there's an enormous commitment to a dangerous myth which limits the success of people in technology sales. That is simply stated, the demo makes the sale. So if we rush people to a demo, if our BDRs try to schedule demos as the first stage in something, we have already lost a significant part of the audience. That one myth is an example of several that exist, particularly in the world of technology sales, that can be completely undone by understanding certain things about sales best practice, specifically a customer decision journey, the idea that customers go through very specific stages on their way to making a choice or a decision. If you can learn to recognize those stages and you can learn to address the cusps between those stages, then you can develop a very consultative, customer-focused sales strategy. It includes things like understanding the difference between voices and voters. Not everyone who's an enthusiast in terms of support has any vote at all. Some of the voters are very hard to get in touch with. What do you do with the people who serve as the middleman? Things like, how do you know what offering that you have, what aspects of the things that you do address most acutely the things the customer cares about? Rather than understanding that a sales process, a sales funnel is not simply a set of actions taken by an individual salesperson. It's actually tracked according to how the customer is moving through their decision. And therefore, most funnels we find are simply workflows. They aren't funnels at all. And people wonder why their forecasts are bad or why deals stall in a certain stage of the so-called funnel. All of these things can be easily addressed and open up a much greater sense of the things that you care about in a technology company. Reducing time to decision, increasing productivity for everyone in sales, reducing time to productivity for those new hires being onboarded, improving margins, improving revenue. It goes on. It almost sounds like a magic wand. It isn't a magic wand. It requires people both learning and adopting these best practices. But if they will do that, you will be astonished, as have many of our other clients who have grown their companies in some cases from, in one particular case, we were hired by them 19 years ago. They were doing under 20 million. They had 22 people. Today, they have over 900. They were sold for several $billion. And it wasn't all what we did. They had a fantastic technology and great people. But the contribution, they will tell you, of being able to understand what are real best practices, put them over the top. We've got clients who are just starting in the world of technology and who, until we were with them, were suffering the slings and arrows of these myths and dismissing those myths, replacing those with best practice, has produced the 3 to 4x growth their investors expect of a relatively new startup. Long established client, been in business 45 years, one of the premier companies in their industry. They had grown very used to what I would refer to as the old way of selling. Today, your customers demand consultation, and that word often gets abused. Consultation. Help me, the customer, see my situation in a different light. Help me, the customer, understand my own situation better than I did before I spoke with you. The first book I ever wrote was called Escaping the Price-Driven Sale, and the demand in that idea of escaping the price-driven sale is to generate value for that customer before they buy anything. I hope that is provocative, interesting. If it is, We'd love to hear from you. Consultation's free. Just give us a call, get on our website. I think you'll find the conversation interesting. Appreciate it.